Okay, YouTube is going live. I need to do like 2 more things.
Were you talking to me?
Yes.
Sorry, you went away and I also did, so I put up a BRB comment hoping that you would see it. Anyway, I'm back now. Hi.
Is your mic even near your face?
Whoops, hi.
That might be a little too close. You're kind of peaking on the audio.
Yeah, I'm backing it up. How's that? Is that better?
Yeah, that sounds better.
No, I put up. You said you were going away, and I was like, I'm gonna take this moment to go see a man about a dog, and then you came back and you were talking. I was like, oh shit, he didn't see my comment about BRB.
All right, I am live mic again. I think I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm good if you are. So I will spectate MadMan, and well, obviously both, but that'll be my first game.
Oh, I need to fix that. It's playing key clicks. There we go. All right, so while we are live, this time I'm going to do it for real. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. We are here for yet another CSW Invitational Eviscerate matchup. This one will feature Darkstorm versus MadMan, and I'm excited about this match for a number of reasons. We'll get into that as soon as the match starts up. I'm just waiting to get the spectator going.
I'm excited about it because MadMan is someone who has consistently, well, not consistently, he's been a consistent enemy of mine throughout the tournaments we've done.
Oh, is that so?
I won't say enemy. How about opponent?
Has the game started? I see one player is spectatable, but not the other.
I am, we will see. I'll let you know in a minute. Yeah, the game has started. I wonder if Dude has spectate off.
He may. Okay.
Well, anyway, we've got some great Shaman on Mage action. From my perspective,
here we
I
are.
do the best I can.
Yep, no, I'm in with you. I see it now. Yes, here we are.
Okay, dude's good now.
Yeah, I asked him to turn it off, and he just did. So yeah, welcome to the game. I don't know what the mulligans were, but we have Mech Mage versus... actually... Oh, I was wrong about this. For some reason, I thought that MadMan was running a Mech Shaman. That does not appear to be the case.
It looks to me like, well, he's got Bloodlust in his hand. I'm going to guess it's a Bloodlust Shaman, which there's been a couple variations going around lately. It's really too bad to see how Shaman has fallen in power. I feel like it used to be a great, very versatile class, but now it really, it's lower than Priest in terms of popularity, and that's sad to see.
Give me 1 sec. I'm going to go silent while I try to fix this interface because my broadcast software is not agreeing with me.
And really the biggest problem with Shaman seems to be the overload cards. There's a lot of overload cards that really aren't as good as as locking up the crystals that they're worth. So it's just tough. You have to resort to hexing a piloted shredder now and again, but especially with the Archmage Antonidas draw. That's going to be tough.
All right, sorry about that. I am back, and I'm paying attention now.
Never missed you for a second.
Good to know. So we do see that the early Hex has already come out, and unfortunately now that means that MadMan has to somehow deal with this taunt, which I'm sure is not too much of a detriment, but an unexpected outcome. Oh, damn, we see an early lava burst just to deal with the mirror entity, even.
Now, luckily, he's going into the next turn, and he's got a couple of 5-mana plays. But again, you see, I mean, yeah, it doesn't really hurt him at this point.
Yeah, the overload doesn't hurt him, but I think I guess the loss of 2 major removal cards already out, that's gotta hurt. Because the Mech Mage is just gonna keep laying down minions, and from everything I can see in hand, there are no good solutions. This is a good stopgap maneuver. It's going to buy him a turn. Unfortunately, that top deck Fireball is a very tempting choice now.
Yeah, you've got to go. I mean, for my money, you go Fireball. I mean, it seems like a waste, but you're so far ahead in board presence. Just use it.
Oh, absolutely. And he can even take his own Mad Scientist down to a 2-1 and really not lose anything.
Exactly.
You know, honestly, if you know you have another mirror entity in this deck, I think I would ping my own Mad Scientist in this point in the game.
Yeah, just for safety. I would probably not. I think that's a little too clever. Oh, because you never know.
With 8 damage left on your opponent, I would absolutely do that.
I guess. I mean, what? I guess you get an Alec here or something to to tide it off. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, in this case, the fact that the Earthshock just nullified it, I think that kind of proves the point. I mean, on the other side of the coin, MadMan has done an excellent job of, I guess, neutralizing the Mech Mage at this point in the game. He's reduced the incoming damage to about 5 guaranteed, with more possible. But he's eliminated every mech on the board, and he has hexed all of the, I guess, high-threat targets.
And now he's looking down the barrel of an Archmage.
Pretty much.
You know, let's see what he pulls. He actually does... no, he's still even 1 damage short of...
Oh, that could have been the Spellpower Totem.
So, that's game. This is where you lightning bolt yourself. And game 1 is going to Dude and the Mech Mage. Yeah, the Bloodlust Shaman really needs to get board presence and keep it. So against Mech Mage, that's a hard battle to win. You know, when you're facing a heavier deck, you're more likely to maintain that. But yeah, against Mech Mage, they throw out minions so quickly it's hard to keep up.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know if either player has scouted each other, but it does seem, in my experience, Dude does always lead with the Mech Mage, and MadMan does tend to lead with his Shaman. So we've seen the Shaman get eliminated. Let's see what he can do now here with his Paladin. He does have a couple of good options here on this turn 1. Or realistically, he has 1 viable option on this turn 1. Unless he wants to coin hero power. On the other side, though, the mage does not have anything for turn 1.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing for turn 1, but now you've coined out a mech warper, and for what? You don't have, unless you pulled a mech on that next turn, now you've got nothing.
Right. And meanwhile, while the paladin just gets to lay down a dude, the mech mage gets the option of Tinkertown Technician or getting the very cheap spider what the hell is it called? Spider Tank.
Spider Tank. In this case, on turn 3, a 2-mana Spider Tank is still pretty worthless because there's nothing else you can do with 1 mana. So the Tinkertown was definitely the right play there.
Oh, I totally agree.
The question is, does he take out? Yeah, so he takes out the Mech Warper, which is wise. Now we've got a comment in chat here talking about how talking about Overload in the last one, in the last match about Shaman, and how it was kind of stealth nerfed by power creep. And I do agree with that. I think that it was more even beforehand. I don't know if the card in that's being released in BlackRock is really going to undo that. You've really got to have some pretty crazy combos. Like, yeah, you can unlock, if you play a Doom Hammer and an Earth Elemental, you can unlock a whole bunch at once, but realistically that's not going to happen too frequently.
Right. I definitely agree with you, and I also agree with, the point made from chat where Shaman really got pushed out of, I guess, the competitive scene just by the fact that Overload became such a detriment in comparison to what all the other classes could do. Whether that is what cost the last game, I can't say for certain without actually, I guess, calculating numbers.
No, I mean, it's the Shaman there's still been Shaman players who have reached top 10, top 20 Legends, so it's not like it's a bad deck by any stretch. But it is, they didn't get the nice cards that the other classes got. Like the Mage got Goblin Blast Mage, and that made their deck. If the Shaman had gotten one card like that, then it might be a different case. Now, Shaman does still have one class card. Every class is getting 2 cards in BlackRock, so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
So I do like the trade that was just made on behalf of the Paladin. He dropped his own Technician down to 4/1, and the only other thing on the board was the 4/2 on behalf of the Mage. Unfortunately, the Mage curved out well enough that he was able to just hero power down the remaining Technician and freeze the Yeti that was played. So what we're seeing now is very quick turns, I guess, resonating from that very powerful turn 5. So now we're left here. The Paladin has an empty board. The Mage doesn't have much of a presence on board, but he definitely has tempo in his favor at this point. We do see a counter freeze coming out. Oh, and a very risky play of putting down the Micro Machine not behind a taunt.
Yeah, that's tough because especially with the Mage, the Mech Mage has really made a lot of the Mage's hero power, which is very versatile, which is one of the reasons, in addition to Flame Strike, that makes Mage so good in Arena. Is that ability to just pull that extra little bit of damage out. So right now, he can throw, he has to get rid of his taunt, yes, well, now he has another taunt, so he has to get rid of a taunt, but, no, he doesn't. He just keeps the Micro Machine. Huh. That's
so
strange.
I would say here,
I forgot.
Enhance-O-Matic is going to make this a very interesting turn.
That is true. Too bad he doesn't. He's still 1 mana short if he had a Quartermaster. Quartermaster and Enhance-O-Mechano is fantastic. Equality Consecrate.
Oh, okay. Let's
decent.
hope the Micro Machine does not get taken out by a bomb, and it doesn't.
Nice. It will get taken out by a Fire Blast next turn.
Oh, almost guaranteed. You do not want a 5/1
hesitation. That's what he does.
Exactly.
I can fix anything.
The Paladin does not have much in hand.
I don't know. I think the Mage has lost tempo suddenly here.
The Mage definitely has, but you've got an Ironbeak Owl and a piloted. I guess. Yeah, you got to play that to get the Mirror Entity.
Yep.
Is he gonna muster and then Enhance-O-Mechano?
I think he forgot that he as a hero was frozen.
Could be.
I feel like as things are, this game is going to go to the Paladin. But as we've seen many times over, the Mage could very easily just top deck another Fireball and then end it.
Yep. Yeah, I mean he's so close with the Mage with fireballs. There's a lot of reach that you sometimes forget about.
I will say though, the board presence for the Paladin here, having the Shredder out and just the, I guess, complete random nature of what will fall from the Shredder if it does die, will determine how this game actually ends.
And that's actually strange that he didn't take out the Shredder with dropping down the Gnome. I would have thought to drop down the Gnome and take it out with the Cogmaster and then deal with whatever pops out.
I agree. Yeah, I'm very surprised that he didn't trade one of his Cogmasters. Because now, as that top deck Annoyatron is huge. And now this Enhancer Mechanico is really going to just completely throw off the rest of this game. If there were to be a Wind Fury on the Shredder, this would be lethal right here.
Wow. As it stands, he's only 2 off.
Yes.
Actually, if he had gotten Wind Fury on either one, because he could have attacked face with the Light's Justice instead of taking out a Cogmaster. If he had gotten Wind Fury on the other Silverhand Recruit. Oh.
Yep. So there we are. I feel like, despite that being, I guess, a little bit of an order of operations misplay from MadMan, he still does get the victory just due to overwhelming board presence and the fact that his taunt was just so hard to get past.
Yeah. Yeah, just those couple of musters really paid off. That was an underrated card. People thought when it was revealed, people were like, oh, muster for battle, 3/1/1, 3 tokens and a Light's Justice. Who cares? But that's really become pretty class defining.
All right, so now we have Paladin versus Paladin, and I feel like I have a spectator bug going on.
Well, I'm
Scott, if you could
I'm
please
right
cast
now,
this,
so.
yeah. Go ahead. I'm joining as soon as I can.
So obviously we've got MadMan with his mech paladin thing, and dude has what appears to be a bit more of a control paladin setup. He's got a Sword of Justice in hand. He does have a muster. He's got boom, Quartermaster Consecrate. So. Yeah, we are. It's going to be a bit more of a control match than it was before.
All right.
At least from dude's side.
I am back in the game. There we go. Now the interface is working. All right. So let's see how this plays out. I did not see any of the mulligans. Were there any major cards that were discarded? Because it seems like both players don't really have favorable hands going into this.
Trying to remember, MadMan did not. He mulliganed 1. I think he held on to his Tinkertown and some other mech, I think. And I did not catch what was mulliganed on dude's side. I'm still not sure how that mulligan works on the on the top player side.
I see.
So when they mulligan, I don't know what that actually means.
So as we see, that Light's Justice definitely giving dude a bit of a board advantage, just in terms of pure minion potential here. He's got, I guess, 6 points of damage available to be soaked up. He himself has taken 10 already. And we see on the other hand, MadMan has, I guess, 4 HP on the board and not too much on hand available to him this turn.
Well, I mean, the Sword of Justice is one of the classic examples of tempo in the game and taking a slower tempo, the speed of the game. You slow down the game thinking that you're going to get a better result if you can drag it out longer. So, you see, rather than putting everything out right at once, even though your turn 3 is just playing a 1-5, that's all you do. But, now on turn 5, it looks much better for him.
So here we do get to see it like a very visible example of the order of operations of Muster for Battle, where had he had enough charges, all 3 recruits would have come out as 2/2s, and then the weapon would have been overwritten by the Light's Justice. As it stands, due to impeccable RNG, every single recruit gets taken out by that Avenging Wrath.
That was a pretty great Avenging Wrath.
I would say that's possibly the best outcome possible.
Yeah, that's what he wanted.
And it doesn't even matter that the Zombie Chow stays alive and is able to do more face damage, because as soon as it gets removed from the board, he gets all that health back.
Right. And that's, with a Zombie Chow, that's such a great, if you're playing a control deck, that's what makes it so great, is it's controlling guys. You don't care what their health is. You don't care what their health is because you're going to wipe them out of resources. You're going to wipe them out of their board. You're going to wipe them out of their cards. And then you're just going to be so overwhelmingly ahead that you're just going to win.
Yep. I mean, even as it is.
So the Zombie Chow is great because it doesn't give them 5 health. Okay, take that. We'll wait another turn. I'll get you next turn.
Yeah, and as much as it hurts to see the player that is currently losing is the one that has the Zombie Chow on the board, which is the thing I think Dude just realized. He trades it favorably first, and then deals a bit of face damage and takes board control.
Yeah, this is a tough position. I mean, it's hard to say who's winning and losing right now.
I don't quite agree with this equality and then playing of the minions. Also, my client...
I don't know what that does for you.
My client might crash. The land hands that was just drawn is a 0-cost Warlock card, which generally means... Yeah, that generally means the spectator client is going to crash. I'll stay in as long as I can.
He's got Lay on Hands that he pulled out, and now he just did, but on turn 8, he could have Lay on Hands at 14 health, but what he did instead was Muster Quartermaster. So now he's got a 1-mana Dr. Boom, 3/3 mana Silver Hand, or 3/3s. Ugh, I can't.
Okay.
He's got a 7/1.
My client just crashed.
3/3s Silverhand Recruits and a 2/5 Quartermaster plus a 1/4 Light's Justice. The board is pretty heavily weighted in Dude's favor right now. And he's gonna... MadMan put a taunt on his Mechanical Yeti, but the Black Knight just took care of that for Dude.
Oh, fantastic. Wow, so that
So actually this is game.
Yeah. Wow, that turned around very quickly. He went from basically 15 hero HP versus 30 to suddenly 2 turns later winning the game.
And that's just what I was talking about, where the health doesn't matter when you are a control deck, when you're a heavy control deck. You have ways out of that, and that's one of the reasons I like control decks, is health just becomes another resource. You're not racing, you're just trying to have enough health to survive. If you have enough health to survive, I've won games as a warrior with 2 health left. But I knew I was winning. Even though the other guy had 20 health and I had 2, I knew that I was going to win the game. So, health is interesting in that way.
I like it. I'm trying to figure out that the score is now MadMan 1 versus Darkstorm 2, I believe?
That is correct.
Okay.
So if Darkstorm/Dude wins this one, then it's game. We've got the Druid coming out against Paladin.
Alright, there we go. Spectator Client tonight is really not agreeing with me. I think I've finally got it under control. Hopefully we don't crash anymore. So what we see, the druid has not drawn any wild growths. I'm really not certain if he runs them.
I'm not sure either. You can tell it's more of a combo deck. You see the Force of Nature Savage Roar already in hand. Now, do you coin swipe here just to get? Oh,
I believe you do, yeah.
You know, you don't want to see it get out of hand. You know, now the druid is trying to think, I'm going to play kind of a control game and get you down to 14 or 15 health again if I can, and then go from there.
Sure, yeah. I mean, and that's it. Like,
Get you down to 14 and then force.
He has the cards in hand. Like, once MadMan gets to turn 4, he's okay. He's in a good spot. It's just turn 1 and 2 didn't really draw out the way that you would like them to, and you just have to make something work. I feel like that coin swipe is not wasted. I feel like that was a good use of it. Because what starts as 4 damage quickly turns into 12 damage if it's unanswered.
Right.
We do see... So, from the other side of the board, the Paladin, at the same time, has a very cluttered hand. He's got a couple Shredders, he's got Ysera, and he's got a Blessing of Kings. So really...
Yeah, but that blessing of Kings is going to go on, you know, Sylvanas here. And then the game is going to spiral out of control if Druid can't put it back in the bag.
Oh, that's an interesting call. I really feel like if the first Shredder hits the board and goes unanswered, it might very quickly get that Blessing of Kings. Even as a minion without taunt, it's going to just become a powerhouse. Oh, and we see MadMan is thinking about playing that Keeper of the Grove. If he does play it...
Yep, I mean, he does.
Oh, that could be a mistake.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's it's tough. He already used one. Oh, he goes on the mini bot. So
okay,
yeah, this is going to be tough to come back from, especially with Ysera coming down next.
I'm once again spectator bugged.
Well,
this is horrible.
Now is 2 shielded mini bots. One of them is 6/6. You've got a 4/1 piloted shredder, a 1/1, and going into Ysera next turn. It's not going to be pretty.
Okay, I saw none of that. I was still at turn 4. Okay. Hey!
Everybody, I'd be happy to run you through exactly what we're doing here.
No, we'll just turn this into a radio broadcast.
Yeah, I always love the talkies, but this is...
Okay.
Honestly, folks, the game is about to be, well, it's going to be pretty close to decided here. Yeah, this is... So now we've got the Druid with 8 health. You've got 6/6 shielded mini-bot still with shield, 2/2 mini-bot, and
yeah,
Ysera.
that's it. Cenarius is the only viable play here.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's really nothing else you can do. Yeah, game's over.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Well,
I was impressed, or I was surprised at how quickly these turns went.
You're not the only one.
These guys were quick. They knew exactly what they wanted to play.
I thought that was a very lazy turn 4, and I was like, well, you've only got 4 cards in hand. You can only play 1. Alright, well, that makes a little more sense.
Well, that's that.
So, yeah.
Dude takes MadMan 3-1.
Well, I'm glad I caught the end of that game, because I completely did not see the entire... let's say opening 80%. So...
Well, listen, folks, we're taking donations to improve the stream quality, so feel free. Just PayPal it to Ryan Way.
That's it.
Increments of $50, please.
Well, congratulations to Darkstorm, who does advance.
Yes, definitely congratulations to the dude. He advances to the Frothing 4. you know, everyone's still done with an hour before a raid, so nice job there, gentlemen.
Very important.
But yeah, where we stand now is let's go to the ladder now. Let's see what we. So we've got let's see, we've got Elendil and Taloff still need to play to finish out the Eviscerate round, and then we can move on to our Frothing 4 matches. I will be taking on lovely dude here who we saw tonight at the
that
next
is
available
true.
time. So he and I will go mano a mano, and then we'll have Norab facing the winner of Elendil and Taloff whenever they play. So that'll be fun.
I totally agree. I'm looking forward to all these matches, and I'm glad. I just saw last night Elendil is finally back from his honeymoon. Congratulations on that. So hopefully we can get him versus Mr. Chase Taloff very soon.
You're back from your honeymoon. Now get to work and play cards.
Yeah, well, it was, I guess, to go on a weird tangent here. Initially, the scorekeeping was wrong, so it looked like Stealthheart had advanced. So, in the middle of his, I guess, pre-wedding ceremonies, Elendil was complaining. He was like, yeah, you know, I basically beat everyone. I had the best score. How come I didn't advance? So we went back, we took a look, and we were like, you know, you're right. You should have been the one that advanced.
What
happened? Somebody had incorrectly reported Stealthheart having beaten Jeff Costello. So that skewed the overall tiebreaker scores, which did not even come into play in this case. So we went back, we corrected things. We let him know he did advance, and he's like, well, that's awesome, but I'm going on my honeymoon, so I'll see you later.
Well, I promise it was not a conspiracy by the admins. Two of which would have been one of which would have been fraudulently moving into the ladder.
No, so everything worked out well before we finally declared the bracket stage was starting. We have the proper top 8 advancing, and yeah, we've seen 3 of them get knocked out already. So this is moving along very rapidly, and I can't wait until we get to the finals.
Yeah, as always, it's a ton of fun. I wish, you know, I hope we continue doing this as much as possible because I love seeing all these guys play. We've got a lot of good players in our group, and it's fun to see how they match up against each other.
Well, I guess with that, everybody, thanks for watching. It's great to have you here again, and we'll see you for the next Eviscerate matchup.
Indeed. Cheers, folks.